Hello, welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be building my journal for the Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge by Jessica at Paper Terrace. And I'm getting, like I said in my last video, a bit of a late start. So I'm going to try to keep it kind of small and simple because I love the idea of having a specific journal for this specific challenge. So, and because, like I said, getting kind of a late start, I don't want to make it overly complicated. So this is one of the pieces of the cover of this paper right here. So yeah, I thought this would be fun as a flip page. So I'll bind it in this area and then it'll come out and I'll have a little bit of extra. This is the other cover. I just cut it as is, as a page. These are my color pages from the paper pad. Like I said, you'll have seen this in my last video. One of the file folder pages. This is going to stick up a little bit, I hope. A tea-dyed envelope. I'm going to sew this into the middle of my journal and then hide the ties. And then here's my cover. And it's a bit on the flimsy side, so I'm going to adhere it to this file folder to give it a little bit of extra strength. And so what I'm going to do is, because I'm kind of doing this on the fly a little bit, not a huge amount of planning, I'm going to jump in, I'm going to start putting all this stuff together, and then I'll meet you on the other side and kind of talk to you a little bit about some of the points. So I'll see you on the other side.
On a weary line, too scared to trust you and jump down. I'll keep my status quo up here, won't let anybody come near. I'll fix it on my own. 29 years I've been the same, trying so hard to run from shame. How long can I keep up the pace? To fool myself, I don't need grace. Will you be there to catch my fall? Need to be sure you'll hear my call. Darkness surround me and I don't know why it's so hard to let go. Why it's so hard to let go. Down the line, you'll ask why I wasted my time, and I'll say I didn't know better, but the truth is I was weak and scared, afraid of the blame. 29 years I've been the same, trying so hard to run from shame, and I will not keep up the pace. To fool myself, I don't need grace. Will you be there to catch my fall? Need to be sure you'll hear my call. Darkness around me and I don't know.
Okay, I have my my covers nice and dry. I have it cut down to the size I need. I may have cut it a little bit short, but I don't mind. I might have to, if I have to cut my pages down a little bit, that's not a big deal for me. So I'm going to set this in this book. This is a new technique for me. This tab piece right here is kind of throwing me a little bit, so hopefully this won't be too bad. Get some binder clips going. Whoa, let me get that guy in there. So I've already marked my envelope where I want to put my holes, but I want to make sure I have it, let's see, needs to be at 4. There. Okay. Let's see if I can get this guy to clamp on there too. Okay, that'll help. So I did buy hemp twine in this dollar store run, but I tried the hemp and it was a huge fail, just so you know. I would never use that to bind or sew a journal. So, lesson learned. But I put, like I said in my last video, I soak these in some tea. And it doesn't really matter which color I use because it's all going to be hidden anyway. My hands are getting black from that cover, so I might have to do something about that. That might not work for me very well. So I'm going to go get my, wait, you know what? Hold on. I was going to get my awl, but I'm wondering if I could just use my, no, I think I'm going to get my awl. Okay. Hopefully I did that correctly. Let's see. Okay, I can't see it on this side, which is why I do this sometimes. Let's see if this will work. There. I usually use a bigger pin to mark these holes than this, but this will work. All right. Oh, there it is. So many things to get caught on, for goodness sake. There we go. Well, even, you know, with the tangling, this is probably the easiest I've ever done this, so I'm liking it. Get it on the other side of that, hopefully in the same hole, right? Okay. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, there we are. Okay, everything's tight. All right. I know I showed this in another video, but I thought I'd put it in here since this is... Uh-oh, there we are. A new project, so... I like the book. So I think how we'll do this is that on the outside.
It's so hard to let go. Why it's so hard. Will you be there to catch my fall? Need to be sure you'll hear my call. Darkness around me and
Just a little bit of wax paper in there, and then I'm going to set a book or something on top of that. So just a quick word about my baker's twine that I use to bind my journals with. So this is, well, I used to call it thread wax. I think my mom did too. I've had this forever. But I looked it up online, and it's actually called thread conditioner. And I highly recommend it. If you don't, waxed thread or is kind of expensive or hard to get a hold of, and you want to have kind of your own version of a wax thread, or say you want to use a pretty thread like baker's twine, but you want it to be waxed because it seems to hold better and go through your journal better, get some of this. I can put a link in my description box for Joann's on how to get this, but it's really, I highly recommend it, because then you can have your own colors and your own choices instead of just kind of a plain brown, even though for the most part mine's hidden, but it's not always hidden. Okay, so my pocket seems to be dry now. One thing I do like doing on my pocket so I don't have to deal with this flap is look for a paper clip. So that's good enough for now. Let's flip through this thing real quick and see if we did all the things correctly. See how it turned out. Yeah, see up here, I missed a little bit with my, getting those in there right. So let's see if we can fix that.
why it's so hard to let go. Why it's so hard to let go. Yeah, hard to let go. Hard to let go. Why it's so hard to.
All right, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect, but all right, let's flip through this thing. Little pocket. I'll probably glue this right here. Envelope. A fold out with a pocket. Color page. File folder, color page. Yeah. That's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 14 pages. That's not bad. Do 2 pages a day and catch up. Now to the decor. I spent a little bit of time trying to figure out like exactly what I wanted to do. I am really used to using images as my inspiration for my pages. And so I feel like I'm doing it the other way around. This is the image that I picked. And I love the colors, don't get me wrong. And I'm really happy that that paper pad had some of those same types of colors in it, but it's still kind of a difficulty. So this is my tea box. It's kind of flimsy. I don't know, it just didn't kind of work out the way I was hoping it would. So I'm kind of using it a little bit, but I'm not worrying too much about, the quality of the artwork on it. This is crayon. I thought I'd try the crayons. And on that note, the crayons have been ditched. They are really, really low quality, which of course, for $1.25, what do you expect? But not worth the time. So if I decide that I'm going to work on my my art pages, I'm just going to use some of these paints. So, and what I mean by art pages, of course, you probably know I'm talking about those color pages. I tried coloring on one in the, like I said, the quality was just not there. I didn't want to use pens because I wanted to use wet media. Yeah, it's a whole thing. But I played with paint. Now, to me, paint is a tool. So I tried to keep it at a minimum as far as what I use to make the colors here that I wanted, starting with white. And so I added white to the red, which I love this pink. And I accidentally got a little pink in my white, so I just mixed it in. This is the original red. This I wanted to make, hold on, let me grab this. So I wanted to kind of get close to this flower with the green. So I had to get out a little bit of yellow to do that. So I've got my kind of yellowy green. I've got this really pretty, I think matches the background to that pretty well. And then I added a little bit of white to this dark poster board paint and got that color. And of course black. And you know, you can kind of mix these around a little bit and get what you want. So let me show you these. One of the things that I'm used to also having is painted backgrounds, but I don't want to paint in this too much. I kind of like having just a piece of a painted page on my pages. So I painted some of these so that I have access to that. I can make more, but it was a good start. And this is, I think this color right here on some file folder. And I tried this, it was this paper, I really wanted to use it, but it was really eating up my paint. So I was like, nope, not working for me. So live and learn, right? So this is the next kind of painted. I just did these. These are a kind of an idea of what you can do with your tea papers, your tea bags, your dried tea bags. So yeah, those will make nice little embellishments. Put those aside. I'm going to stop real quick and put the covers on these before I put my finger in one of them. Okay, accident waiting to happen, gone. So let's go through this little pile. So I got this from Jessica on Paper Terrace. She made this cute little scrap paper pad, and I thought I could write on one side and color on the other if I wanted to. So I thought that was super cute. This is one of my tea-dyed envelopes from my cards set, and I adhered some tissue paper onto that, and I thought that came out kind of fun. This is one of my packaging tags that I embellished with the card. I fussy cut that out and then inked the sides. There's a doily. This is a piece of that scrappy paper. Yeah. And then this, I really like this because I feel like this kind of turned the page as far as how I'm going to be doing this journal a little bit. I never thought that I would go glam, but to me this looks like pink glam. I had a different library card that I was going to put in the front here, but it was the same color as this background. I tried and tried to see if I could make it work, and it just didn't, but that does. So I'm going to, of course, do something in the background and do a little, you know, page spread on that, but I thought that came out so adorable. So now I want to make a bunch of embellishments out of this paper because it's just too cute. Okay, what I want to do next is talk about this little basket here. So to me, I'm calling this my emergency kit. These are all items from the dollar store, but because I'm kind of shifting around a little bit, like this didn't really work for what I wanted it for, so I shifted into the baker's twine that I purchased there. I'm not using my crayons, so I feel like that kind of gives me a little bit of wiggle room to use something else. These are a bunch of flowers that I purchased at the dollar store that I keep in this jar that I bought at the dollar store, which I absolutely adore. And so, and this is a little paper pad. I fell in love with the color of this lined paper. And then I've had this on hand for a long time, and I thought, you know, just snippets here, snippets there, little bits and pieces. I feel like I could use about $1.25 out of this basket as a replacement for my $1.25 crayons. I'm not trying to get too technical with the rules. It's just that I'm finding that being limited, it is frustrating, but it's also making me think outside the box. I'm making things that I didn't think that I would be able, that didn't occur to me before I started this project. So because I'm having to work with a limited amount of products, I'm kind of using my imagination a little bit more. So this is just, I just love having this. If I figure out anything else that can go in there, I am definitely going to throw it in there. So here's the box. So this was fun. So in here is where I keep little bits. These are some of the stickers that I cut off of the larger vinyl stickers. And when you pull them away, you can really appreciate them. They're really pretty. And I feel like this really does go with the color scheme, right? Even though there's no purple in here, for some reason I chose to I chose a little bit of blue and purple in one of my tissue papers. So I'm sticking with that. So yeah, just little bits and pieces. When they, when I use them, they just have one place to go, because things have a tendency to fall all over my floor if I don't do that. This was fun. This is a tea bag ruffle that I am really excited about using on the edges of my journal or on a pocket. And I did this on my sewing machine. So I don't know, I'm going to be perfectly honest. I don't know if somebody else came up with this and then I came up with it on my own, because I've never seen this. If you have, shoot me a comment in the comment section and let me know where you've seen it, because I could use more ideas. But I put it, so how to, if you know how to gather on your sewing machine, then I don't need to do too much explaining. But if you don't, you use your longest stitch, and then you tie it off on one side, and then you pull one of the threads, and it naturally gathers your item, your fabric, your paper. So yeah, cute little ruffle out of tea bags. And this is what I was thinking, the reason why I grabbed this, just in case I felt like adding a little bit of ribbon, or a little bit of lace to it. So yeah, I'm open on that. And then I tried making one of those by hand, and it was a fail. But what I did was I gathered it up and made a little rose out of it. Now what I tried to do is I tried to make sure that all of my threads were pretty much down in this area down here, so that if I wanted to clip this and put it in there, so it wasn't quite as bulky. But if I have to smash it, I don't care. It makes it look like an old rose. But I thought I'd share that. That was super fun. So yeah, these are all my embellishments. These are all my ideas for the next video, where I'm going to decorate some pages in my journal. And I have a few more ideas for decor that I would love to share next time around. So that's it for today. I hope you like this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And until next time, have a great day. Bye-bye.